race. So maybe take a look at your time today. The way we're going to ride, it's whatever you want it to be. Some people, if you want to hammer and get some intervals in or do some openers uphill, great. If you want to have a social ride and just chat and hang out, that's great. We do have a photographer, Linda Garrett, up at the top, who's amazing. And she's going to take some group shots. So if you want to hang out up there and wait for everybody, hey, you guys. Hello. If you want to hang out, we'll get a big group photo. She'll get individual photos for you. So that'll be kind of our meet spot. So as we're riding up the hill, go whatever pace you like. Fatty and I and Lisa, come on up, Lisa. This is going to be number 11 for Lisa. It's going to be number, what, 17? 18 for Fatty. 7 for me. I'm kind of a newbie. But all of us are here to share our information. And Lisa and I raced together last year. She's a 8:39 racer. Yeah. Yeah, Fatty, your best is 8-something.
8:18.
8:18, and he's gone as slow as 11 something.
11:27.
Yeah, so he's got the full range.
I know the range.
Yeah, exactly. But like I was saying, ride whatever pace you want to the top. Please, you know, drop back, come forward, ask us information, because this is your chance to really enjoy this ride without 2,000 other people on going with you along the way. And then when we get to the top, we'll do a group photo, high fives, we'll ride down. And then, like I said, we've got rides every single day. So if you come back to the car, I mean, you don't need to sign out or let me know you're going home or anything. You guys are big kids. So if I don't see you at the end, jump on the website, jump on Twitter, and we'll ride Powerline tomorrow. The next day is what I call the sleeper section of the course, which is the flats and rollers from Pipeline sort of out to Twin that I think a lot of people underestimate, but I think that's the sleeper section. And it's nice and rolly, so that'll be like a chiller ride as we're tapering down. Thursday's the big party. And
we also party on Wednesday.
Wednesday's a
free
party.
brats at my place on Wednesday.
Brats,
Look
yeah.
at her website.
Yeah, so on my website, RebeccaRusch.com, is all this stuff. And I would encourage you guys to soak in as much as you can this week. Don't hole up in your condo and like tinker with your bike one more time. You know, get out and actually enjoy what this race is about, because it's what makes it really special. How's it going? Let's see.
So I have, for people who are obsessive about this course like I am, here's some numbers. Okay.
Numbers are
so
good.
7.5 miles to the turnaround from here.
Easy.
Okay. The first 5.5 are on this nice graded road. The last 2.5 are where it gets technical and hard. And your legs are going to feel like they go somewhere between probably 11,000 and 11,500 feet. That's not a bonk. That's just altitude. So, at 4 miles from here, there is a hairpin where you'll see a military truck and a military truck and a shed. That tells you you have 1 more mile of the easy road before it gets hard. Of that 2.5 miles at the top, only the first 1.5 miles is difficult. The last mile to the turnaround is easy and not very steep. So that's good to know. One other thing, and I'm just telling you all the things that I have sort of like that have been in my head, you know, for however many tries I've done this. The first half mile here is super steep, and it's really easy to hit that first half mile really hard and completely blow yourself up, and then you feel like I better dial it back or I'm going to bonk. And then you take the next 3.5 miles or 4.5 miles too easy because the first half mile got in your head. This first half mile is hard, then it's going to ease off for 4.5 miles, then it's going to be hard for 1.5 miles, then it's going to be easy. Okay? And then you're going to turn around and you're going to come downhill for a while.
And if you can't do math when you're riding bikes and you can't remember 4.5, wait, what did he say?
That's what today is for.
Yeah, that's what today's for. So I would encourage you, and I totally agree, that middle section, the lower middle section of this climb is actually really pleasant. If we all had 3 chain rings still, it would be what you'd call a middle chain ring climb. It's really pleasant, and that's the time where you can actually eat and drink on this climb. As you get higher and higher and higher, it's really hard to open a package of goo and swallow it. It becomes more difficult. So in that middle section, police yourself and don't just carry a water bottle up and down Columbine for nothing, okay? Put it in your body, take those middle sections. It eases off where you actually it's almost like feels downhill a little bit in a couple little sections. And so go, okay, Rebecca said to eat and drink at these points, because you won't want to do that when you get up really high and when the two-way traffic is really quite technical. And that's the part about, the biggest thing about this climb to really be aware of is it's two-way traffic, which is really cool because you get to see everybody. You can see all the race leaders and cheer for everybody, and they're cheering for you. But it's quite dangerous, and I'm always surprised every year that they don't have head-on collisions. Everybody seems to like sort it out, but it's pretty hectic. So as we're riding today, really imagine, especially on that upper steep part, and when we descend and come down, you have to stay to the right both times. And when you're descending and coming down, the good line's often going to be on the left. Don't take it, okay? Practice today staying on the bad line, staying on the right line, because that's going to be clogged with people on the left. And you can't swerve over and like go around those rocks and all that. You need to stay right. So super important. I usually like to eat something right at the top, so that while I'm going down and it can digest and get into my body, because you really can't take your hands off the bars or your eyes off the trail as you're descending this thing. So I like to eat something at the top. I almost never go up here without a rain jacket or something light in my pocket. The first year I did this, there were racers who couldn't ride down the hill because their hands were so cold. They had to actually stay there and wait and like put their hands in their pants and try to like do something because they couldn't actually go down the hill because they were so cold. And I had a pair of little gloves and I was like, sweet, see ya. So if it oftentimes can be sunny down here and nasty up there. So, you know, if a little wispy rain jacket is going to make or break your race, if that's going to slow you down a ton, then I don't know, maybe you're up with Todd Wells or some of those other people. But I would encourage everybody to take something up the hill from Twin Lakes. And if you have aid, you can leave, like if it's nasty, you can leave big warm fuzzy gloves, everything at Twin Lakes, and pick it up there depending on how the weather's looking. And it's been really nice for like 5 years in a row, so it's due for a kicker.
For your race, something that is also worth doing, and like do everything Rebecca just said. Also remember that you can put a drop bag at Columbine. I always do. I have a heavy jacket and heavy gloves just in case. You never know what the weather's going to be like up there. And it is, so I've never actually opened that bag, but that bag has everything I need in case it is a snowstorm on the way down.
So if you get up before Eldon, go into his bag.
Yeah. I need Fatty's bag. He said I could have it.
So I want to introduce you guys as well to Harlan Price. Harlan, raise your hand there.
Hello.
Bike racer, mechanic, coach, super good resource.